Hey guys, Mac here, bringing you another Nintendo Box video. And first, before we get into the video properly, I just want to give you guys my apologies, because I know recently I haven't been uploading so much. I believe my last video was the one about Zombie U2, so there has been a bit of a break from it. That's been somewhat to do with a lack of news, although in the past few days there has been quite a bit of news. My being unable to cover Smash Bros because I don't currently have it, and I will be getting it for Christmas, so we'll be waiting on that. And also my hectic schedule, which currently includes gearing up for the mock exams at my college. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But first, just let's get straight into it now. Sorry if that little update didn't interest you, but I just needed to tell you guys. And the video today isn't actually about Zelda U, which is something that has been in the news a lot in the past couple of days, because at the Game Awards there was the gameplay footage that we saw Miyamoto and Aonuma playing through, and that was insane, guys. That was so cool. That gameplay looks amazing, and I am so hyped for this game. The hype is real, guys. But I thought, you know what, everybody is going to be covering Zelda U and that specific gameplay that we saw. So let's just go for something a little bit different, and let's talk about the games coming out in 2015 that maybe haven't been announced. Because we got it reiterated for us that Zelda U will be coming out 2015, and before that will be coming out is Star Fox Wii U, which is awesome as well. Very excited for that. But a game that I think is a dead certainty to be at least announced in 2015, I have my doubts as to whether or not it will actually come out in 2015, is Metroid for the Wii U. Now, this could be either Metroid Prime 4 or just another Metroid Prime-esque game coming from Retro Studios, because I believe that's what they're working on. And possibly, I think there's actually two teams at Retro now. One that were working on the Donkey Kong Country game, and now they have a new game, and the one that has been working on the Metroid Prime game, even if that's been a secondary project, for a little while now, because they've been doing a lot of hiring. So I think that that is really a possibility, and the hiring looks like they've been gearing up for another Metroid Prime kind of game. So that is really exciting stuff, and I can't see this not being a thing. I think that a Metroid Prime game, or a game that's at least like the Metroid Prime games from Retro Studios, is a certainty. And that brings us on to the other game, which is kind of a certainty to at least be announced in 2015 by Nintendo for the Wii U, this is, and that is Animal Crossing, which is a pretty obvious one. In the past few days, Nintendo have actually come out and said that there will be some Animal Crossing news to come in 2015, and I can't see this not being Animal Crossing Wii U. Now, this is obviously a very simple and a very obvious prediction because of this news, but it's got even more to back it up, because there's been the Animal Crossing Plaza on the Wii U for a fair while now, but that's actually coming to a close and coming to an end pretty soon. And with that, you would imagine that they will replace it with the Animal Crossing Wii U game, which I would imagine has been in development since at least the release of Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I know that some of the developers are also busy working on Splatoon, as they're the same teams. I believe it's like EAD Tokyo 3 or something like that, maybe 2. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not absolutely sound on my knowledge of the EAD Tokyo teams and what games they work on, but I think that it's something that they'll be fairly well into development on, and something that may well actually come out in 2015. If not, like I said, it will definitely be announced at 2015. I would imagine at E3, although it may be in a Nintendo Direct, but I can't see that not happening, guys. And another thing that I could potentially see happening, maybe not as much of a certainty, but it's a way to kind of fill out the calendar and make sure that the Wii U is, you know, it's a viable thing that you keep going to throughout the year, because 2015 looks set to be a very good year with them still yet to announce things. is a HD remake, which honestly this is another obvious assumption of what it will be, but I could see it being Mario Sunshine, which would be awesome. I would absolutely love that. Obviously it's a GameCube game and it's one of my favourite platformers of all time. People give Mario Sunshine quite a bit of stick, but I think that a lot of that is because it had to follow up from Super Mario 64. That's a tough gig, and it was very different to Mario 64. So I just think that it could really shine on the Wii U, and as a summertime release, that and Splatoon, wow, that would be awesome. I would be in full support of that, and I'd get both of those games. Also, possibly a Galaxy 1 and 2 remake. Put that in HD, I know that will please a lot of people, and if that were to happen, then you would imagine that that means Galaxy 3 is on the way. But we'll see, guys. Possibly, maybe the Metroid Prime trilogy coming to the Wii U. I could see that happening, although I think that's far less likely than a Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 HD remake coming to the Wii U, simply because we've had a HD remake of a Zelda game, Wind Waker HD. That is awesome. If you haven't already, check that out, buy that. But I just can't see Nintendo not putting out a Mario HD remake to complement that Zelda remake. So that's just my opinion on the HD remake front. But let's get on to maybe the ones that are a bit less likely. Well, something that might happen, because we actually saw a leak. Whether or not this leak is true, due to it being Walmart, and just in general, it's a bit of an odd one, with not many details disclosed, is to be debated. I don't know whether this is true or not, but a possibility is certainly Paper Mario, developed by Intelligent Systems, of course, on the Wii U. And this could be a game that could potentially be awesome. I've never played a Paper Mario myself, but I am pretty big into RPGs, and they could be pretty awesome. The only reason I've not played one is because I know that the first two in the series, that being Paper Mario 64 and the Thousand Year Door on the GameCube, are meant to be absolutely fantastic, and the other two pale in comparison, which is the one on the Wii, Super Paper Mario, and the one on the 3DS, that being Sticker Star, which are apparently just nowhere near the standard of the first two games. But unfortunately, the first two games cost a lot of money now, and I never played them when I was younger. So I just haven't got into the Paper Mario series yet. It could be awesome. Hopefully it sticks to more true to the first two games, with a proper battle system and a deep storyline like I know a lot of people loved in those first two games. So if it does that, I have faith in Intelligent Systems, because they're good people, they're very good developers, and if it does that, if it stays more true to those first two games, I could see it being an absolute classic and a massive hit. I could see that being shown off and announced in 2015, although I wouldn't say it's a definite. But now, let's move on to the games which I don't think are going to happen. And now, this is just a section for games that I would like to be announced. And these are not as much predictions as hopes. And they are, of course, first F-Zero, because I've played that Mario Kart 8 DLC, I love it, but now that's just got me really wanting a proper F-Zero game on the Wii U. I'd even take a remake of F-Zero GX from the GameCube onto the Wii U, that would be awesome. But imagine that, 30 player online races of F-Zero, high speed action. That would be insane on the Wii U, and they could make it look absolutely beautiful with the HD engine that they could make and use. That would be awesome. It would just be a game that I would want, and I know I'm not alone in that. I know many people will want that. They want to see Captain Falcon in action again, in his own game, not just in Smash Bros. And this then moves me on to games which are even less likely than F-Zero. And one game that I want is a Nintendo co-developed Mega Man game, which is something that people have been clamouring for a lot, obviously. But it's a game that could be very cool, and with the success of the kind of crowdfunding of the Mighty Number 9, and also just people wanting Mega Man back. It just makes complete sense, and Nintendo could do Mega Man some absolute justice, and I would love it. It would be awesome, and they could make it look so nice if you use the kind of model of Mega Man in Super Smash Bros. Wow, that would be amazing. Just make it now. Even if it's a classic Mega Man game, or if it's a new spin on the series, just make it very cool. Make it now. Capcom, Nintendo, please. And that leads me then on to the final kind of hope. These are definitely not predictions. It started off as a prediction video, and now it's just straight up games that I would adore to be made. And this one is a crossover between Nintendo and Square Enix, and it would be a Kingdom Hearts-esque Nintendo game. So you know what that would be. It would be like Kingdom Hearts, but swap out Disney characters for Nintendo characters and make a new franchise out of that. And now that isn't happening, guys. I can guarantee you that isn't happening. But if it was, and if you got Tetsuya Nomura, who is obviously the creator of Kingdom Hearts, to do it, then that would be insane, and I would love it so much, because the hype is real also for Kingdom Hearts 3. Damn it, I want that game. But that brings me to the end of this video. I realised that last one, and probably the one before it, were just completely, absolutely pie in the sky, high dreams, because they're just not happening. But I hope you really enjoyed my predictions, and also my hopes, and had a good laugh at them, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Wow, this video has went on for far longer than usual, so I hope you really enjoyed it. Bye, guys.